Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a puzzle review for y'all. So I'm showing you some of Farabee's puzzles that she has, talking about my rating, how I feel about cleaning them, how you use them, all the things like that. There is going to be two parts, so this is part one. Enjoy. We're going to start with like a level one, a super easy puzzle. So I don't have the pieces in it, huh? I store all of my pieces after they're washed in a Ziploc bag. I'm not going to put all the pieces in because you can get the idea without me doing that. You put food in these compartments, in these little lids, seriously, just sit on top. And they come off very, very easy. This is a level one puzzle. They have changed the shape of this. These are not our original pieces, these are. So you can tell the old shape was more bubbly, so it was harder for them to grab. The new shape is kind of has some square to it, squared off sections. Sort of a little easier for them to grab a hold of. I would recommend this for any dog who hasn't ever had a puzzle before, because I think it's a level one, you know what I mean? And it is a good one too. Farabee still likes it. So I'm editing this puzzle video and I had a discrepancy because I was looking online at how much each one holds and it said it was way less. So this one right here, with liquid, if you cover this hole, this will hold 1 1/4 cups of liquid, and of course you could pile it higher, so we're going to measure the rest too. These are all linked in my Amazon shop, by the way, everything I'm going to show you. If you do have a dog who can do this one really quickly, you could actually freeze a little in here. These are pretty shallow, so you're not going to be able to freeze a lot, but you could freeze a little bit in here and make it take longer. It's kind of, like I said, a beginner puzzle, so it's not meant to take a long time. It's not meant to, you know, be that challenging. I am showing up over here messy with a wet puzzle. So basically what it does is you put it together and these pieces spin. What I will say about this is the puppy version, so this one is small. It's honestly a little bit too small for Farabee. Lick and Layers, the puppy one, I say is kind of a miss for us because of the size. The concept is great. We don't have the bigger one, so I can't really tell you, but I think that would be a better one for us. If you have a dog that's 20 pounds or under, I would totally say the puppy size is fine. If you have a dog who's bigger than 20 pounds though, I would say just go with the regular size Lick and Layers because this is a little bit small, and it's not even small with what it holds. It holds a good amount of food, and that's why I purchased it. The reason I don't like it is because these compartments are so small that it just doesn't really work with her mouth. Like there's always remnants of food left in there unless I put like dry food. And then that's kind of ridiculous because you can seriously put 2 pieces of kibble per hole. So it's not a lot is what I'm saying if you do it that way. So it really does work better if you're gonna use it to freeze it, because that's kind of the concept. Is it's supposed to be frozen? It's Lick and Layers, right? So it's supposed to be a lick mat style. And I kind of don't like it for that either. This is the reason I don't like it for that. It's really hard. Do you hear how hard it is? And it just sounds like that wouldn't be comfortable to lick, because all the lick mats that we have are silicone, and they just feel like it wouldn't hurt you to lick it. You know what I mean? But how hard this is, it just feels like that wouldn't be comfortable. So I'm gonna say I think it's a miss for the licking portion. I think it would be a hit for dry food if we had a size appropriate puzzle. So this one holds about a cup, and it's definitely not filled the best it could be, but it still holds about a cup of liquid. And I missed some little holes too. So I just tried to be realistic. Like this one right here, I just said how these places are hard and it wouldn't be okay to lick that. These are hard too, but the spaces are bigger, so they wouldn't be most likely licking like a little tiny place. Does that make sense? So that's why I think this would be okay to lick. Also, for your own sanity, it's kind of a pain to clean. This is called Tornado, and it basically turns. These little trays right here are about the same depth as the other puzzle. There's 4 of those little compartments in each tray, so it gives you a total of 12, you know, in the puzzle. And then same thing, these pieces just go over top. And you don't put one on every single bit of this one. It only comes with a certain amount. It comes with a weird number, to be honest. And to be also honest, I always use some of these old ones that are a weird shape with this because it stops it from turning. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This puzzle, I think it comes with 3 of these pieces, and basically what that does, in my opinion, is not much. So I always use an extra one of the pieces that we already had from something else to make a 4th. It just feels like it could use more pieces because, I mean, I guess you could take the one out of the bottom, but the thing is, Farabee's face is really small, so if it's not covered, she can just like reach in there. And then it's not a puzzle, because her mouth, like if she turns her head sideways, you know what I mean? Like she can totally get in there. So I like this puzzle a lot, but if you don't have another puzzle that uses this shape of pieces, then I would order extra pieces because it's not that much money to do that, and it's well worth it. It makes the puzzle last so much longer, and I don't know why it doesn't come with more. Also, we bought this in Farabee's lifetime, but it's been maybe 2 years or so, so they may have changed it since then, but whenever I purchased it, it only had 3. Like, it was only supposed to come with like 3 little pieces, so they may have changed it, but if not, and if you are considering this, I would also consider just buying a pack of these, because you can buy these separate. So, or better yet, buy another puzzle that has them, and then you can just use the same pieces for both. So, cleanability, super easy. It has this little plastic piece that you like squeeze together to get the to unlock the layers. It's easy enough if you have like a little lid or something to go over it to push it. Like I use a highlighter lid to push it to like make them all go together, and then it makes it really easy. Everything's like big enough and flat so you can like really get in there with a brush really good. It dries quick and easy. It's not a big deal to take apart. I highly recommend this one. It does have that turning thing that the Lick and Layers has. Like I said, I felt like might irritate some, but once again, because these compartments are so much bigger, I feel like it's going to be less frustrating because number one, there's 2 compartments that are exposed at once versus with this, there would essentially be one. Well, there'd be a top, of course, but then there's just going to be a wedge, and it's just going to move as they move, and then there's suddenly going to be another distraction. I just feel like that one could be maybe frustrating if you have a dog who would be frustrated easily. Where this one, because it is stationary and it, you know, they're not going to knock it trying to eat, right? And there's 2 whole entire compartments, and then it does just move and it's one thing. And kind of the same down here, and they kind of, typically whenever Farabee's eating it, it seems that they kind of get stacked back on each other when she's going around, whenever she does go to the next layer, if that makes sense. So it seems like it wouldn't be as annoying. I don't know. For ease of cleaning, I rate this one higher. Obviously, this is like number 1 easy. But I would say this is still like not hard to clean, and Farabee likes it, and also I feel like it would be good for pretty much any level puzzle user because it is just one simple thing. They don't have to figure out anything except for to nudge that, so I think that would be easy. This one with all 12 compartments full, it holds about 1.5 cups of food of liquid. So once again with this one, because you're gonna have lids over these, you could essentially pile it up a tiny bit higher than that, right? So you could technically go a little taller than that. This puzzle, this is called Bricks. It uses those same pieces that the first ones that I showed you use. So once again, it's a hit because you get more of those pieces. This one's cool because you put the food here under these, and which I guess you can't really see. So you can put the food in these. There's a section in the middle, and there's a section under there, and then all of these open up. So it holds a lot. You can make it more challenging. Okay, so first off, these pieces go in there, right? So you have to move that before you can proceed at all. But what you can also do, and I personally, Farabee does not appreciate whenever I do this, but what you can actually do is, okay, I was gonna, I can't get it to come off of there. I always just use like a back of a spoon to get it apart when I'm cleaning it. So it's not this hard to get apart if you have something, because there's little bits right there that you can just push. But I don't want to break my fingernails basically, because that would hurt. Anyway, so what I was going to say is you can actually put these on so that they open the other way as well. So you could put it so that some of your drawers are going this way and some are going the other way, or you could have them all facing different ways every time. So it would add a different layer to the puzzle. So it would make it like harder for them. Farabee does not appreciate whenever I do that. She gets very pissed off whenever I do that. So we do not do that at all. She has said Dinah about that. So we don't do that. There's just no reason for her to get upset, right? So we always leave it this way. So definitely if you are considering being a cutie and rearranging your dog's puzzle, watch out because they may not like it. But I highly rate this one. I say if you, of all the puzzles that I've shown you today, if you can only afford one puzzle, I say this one because it does so much. It appears that this one holds 1.5 cups, and this is liquid. So once again, if you have your lids piled on top, this is going to be able to hold more dry in the middle. I feel like this puzzle is awesome. Farabee loves it. It's really easy to clean because these drawers do come off. Also, these lids come off. So like you can clean in there and crap doesn't get stuck, because I have a problem with not being able to get into crevices. And that's why sometimes puzzles are puzzles that I don't like, because you have to have like a screwdriver and like a whole process just to wash something. You know what I mean? Like I just want it to come apart so I can let my dog do her puzzle, clean it up, and go about my day. Like I don't want to have tools and shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, because of this doesn't require anything except for if you have nails, you probably want a back of a spoon to help you push that off, but you probably have that near your sink anyway, right? Most likely. So because of that, I rate this super, super high. We've had this for a couple years. All the puzzles that I've shown you, we have had for at least 2 years. All of these I say are definitely worth your money and wins. Like I said, this is the only one I wouldn't rush out and buy. Let me say that. I still am glad to have it. I feel like I really, really was hateful about this puzzle, and it's, I have a guilt. There will be a part 2 of this because we have like more puzzles to show you. I definitely have at least 4 more to show you. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. I hope this was helpful for you. I will see you next week. Farabee will probably see you tomorrow or either later tonight because she posts all kinds of short videos, don't you? Yeah. Bye, guys.